recording. But yeah, it was like, shout out to subtitles. I had to just go ahead and see, like, wait, what's happening here? And they're just doing a little, oh, the mic ain't on my mouth. But yeah, they're just doing a joke with Reggie where it was like, because, no one cares about Reggie. He was the guy from number 2 that they made fun of. And so at the end of the movie, it was like, I want to go ahead and make my chicken. And then both of them were like, psh, if you don't back away from here, what's wrong with you? To then they're like, oh wait, he did kind of just like kill like 15 people inside the house to protect our family. So shit, you know what, I'm gonna go make the potato salad. It's like, yo, shit, I'm gonna go set the tables. Like, Reg, go ahead and cook them. You got the grill. And now they're doing like an end credit thing where they're kind of poking fun at Martin because Martin was like, in the past life, you were a donkey and I was your owner.
Oh my god.
So that's
that the newest one that came out?
Yeah. The one that came out this summer.
I heard people say it was really good.
I mean, it is your traditional summer blockbuster. Explosions, shootings,
Yeah. And the sun.
A lot of funny stuff because Martin and Will's characters have that much chemistry.
Yeah.
Though I will say it's a little bit funny because those two were like, being black in the 90s. You knew Martin, you knew the Fresh Prince. It was kind of funny that that's how they came together and made, out of nowhere, and made Bad Boys.
I mean, of course. It's one of those things that's just meant to be.
But also has like great chemistry and it's just meant to be. The host of the Big Letter Little Letter podcast, Hedo.
And me, Jam.
And we'd like to welcome you to another episode of our lovely little podcast. I have no idea what episode number we're on, but we're just going to go ahead and just talk, recap, catch up because we've been busy the past few weeks and we're still going to stay busy, but we're going to go ahead and work to provide you the quality content that you have known myself and Persian to provide y'all.
Yeah, we're going to keep trying. But I mean, we had a pretty good time and I think that we made up for it.
Definitely did. Like, it wasn't as if we were lollygagging with our time. We were actually doing things.
Right. We had a live show.
And I'll just go ahead and say we had a panel.
We had a live show.
Panel.
I'm famous now.
She is famous. Like, people are just hitting up her IG.
Yeah. Don't do that. You can just go ahead and follow the pod IG because I am over capacity on allowing strangers to follow me.
Speaking of following, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this podcast with your kink curious folks or people that just want to hear two random people ramble about various kinks that they learn about or are interested in.
It's really good content, honestly.
I mean, wait till we get to the video format. That's maybe one day.
You keep saying that, but that means I have to put on clothes. I don't want to put on clothes.
You don't have to put on clothes, but you might need to put on makeup.
I'm not going to do that. I put on a shirt before I put on makeup.
I mean, you see me, I would definitely go on video and rock a fucking, what's this thing called again? A bonnet.
A bonnet.
Yep.
It's not the same.
I guess not. But we did have a panel about, a week plus ago, which was a great time. Jan's been over on her black queer dom subby side of things. I've just been working, and that's pretty much mainly it because capitalism, bank accounts, bills, and sex toys.
Must be nice.
Must be
I'm
nice.
Actually fun employed. Just trying to figure stuff out.
Fun employment. It's just the Nigerian Igbo soul in me could never enjoy unemployment.
I don't think any body really enjoys unemployment. I don't think any black person really enjoys unemployment.
I feel like black people, anybody enjoys unemployment to a degree. Like when you wake up the first day and realize, wait, I don't have to force myself out of bed at 7 o'clock.
That's a good part, though. There are phases to this.
Yeah, that's what I feel like it's a good at least, especially if you have a significant savings, a good 2 to 3 weeks where you are just enjoying it. I say after like the fourth week, that's when it comes in like, oh crap, money has to come from somewhere. And I feel like that's where it becomes an issue, especially because unemployment does not pay that much. So it's not as if, the government's going to help you out with, hey, you were let go from your job. Here's money so you can keep existing. Like, no, even the bare minimum couldn't even cover my rent.
Bruh, first of all, if you even get the bare minimum, because the way that unemployment is not even working on this side, I had to call her to certify weekly. And then when I went back on, it's still not working. So it's given, I have to call every week. So
Woof.
thanks, government.
But hey, at least it's something. Shout out to the safety nets that help people keep existing.
Yeah, like sugar daddies.
Look, I'll find me a sugar mama. It's over for everybody. I'm gonna be in the gym. I'm gonna go ahead and just, I'm gonna be hell of arm candy. You know what I'm saying? Arm candy that has a mean swing.
You know what it's giving? It's giving that people should just adopt like a 30-something-year-old at this point that's like trying to career change and be their sugar person or their guardian until they get to where they want to go. And then they'll be like, thank you for that. I think that's how it should work, like a grant.
Actually, yes. I mean, yes, because it's not even if I get the grant, it's not like I'm gonna just take it and go buy a Ferrari or something. Like, no,
Right.
I will
You're
take
gonna
it
get
and
the
then
grant.
I will invest into things that can help me, exist a little bit better, like school and a reasonable Toyota.
A reasonable Toyota.
All right, but we're straying a little bit too far from what this podcast is all about, where we talk about the various aspects of kink BDSM and just the fun shit that's in between. But yeah, before we actually get to the recap, you told me some exciting news about something happening in like 6 weeks.
I did. I mean, I have been hinting about it a little bit on the pod for the past couple of months because I'm so excited. But tickets are officially out for the Black Queer Dom Society ball that's happening on August 31st. And I can't wait. It is going to be the Pride and Prejudice / Bridgerton Ball of Your Dreams. And I already have my outfit.
Oh, so you actually finished putting everything together?
Pretty much. I did have to reorder my corset, but it is coming.
All right, my goal is to be there. I just got to make sure I finish some logistics because I definitely just remembered I have a friend out there that rents out her place. So I'm going to see if
Yeah.
she's here or in Africa.
We love to have friends in different places. It really helps out in times like this.
So no, that's like I saw they actually dropped the Twitter post. I'm like, okay, okay,
Yeah.
that's what's up. Now I got to go ahead and also look into matching with this belle of the ball.
Yeah. I can't wait. I was actually just looking at something on Pinterest and I was going to send it to you for ideas because I'm like, are you going ball version of what we're trying to create or are you going casual version of
See,
it? Create?
the ADHD and the Capricorn in me will definitely go ball version because I'm at a ball. Like, you see how
I'm
I
like,
am at play
right.
parties. I don't come into a play party with jeans and or just no. I got the Savage Fenty. I got four different variations of Savage Fenty for various occasions,
Yes, you do. You always show the people how it's supposed to be done.
as I should. But yeah, I am literally just gonna go ahead. Like, by the time you go to sleep, I'm going into full on like research mode because Again, I popped the Vyvanse today because ADHD and I got things to work and figure out. So I'm just gonna be doing logistic stuff because I would love to attend because the Black Queer Dom Society is a legit great group.
It is.
I mean,
I
Jam's a part of
legit.
it.
I mean, of course, but it's just like it's really special space, especially for like Black, queer, and trans Kingsters, especially. The ball is open to everyone, but it's also like if you're a cosplayer and this is your shit, like this is your moment. And we'll never have a ball again, so you might as well take the opportunity.
And this is, from my understanding, this is a ball. This is a gathering, a fun event, and just go to their Instagram, Black Queer Dom Society. Go there. They have the link for their link tree. You can buy tickets, and it should be a good time. This is like it's not a play party; it is a ball.
It is a ball.
But
There
you
is
connect with
no
someone that you connecting with. Maybe you'll have a little party.
I mean, maybe you'll meet somebody new. Maybe you'll learn something different. But yeah, the ball is open to everybody. It's for like your Black, queer, trans people. It's for your cosplayers. It's for your Bridgerton fanatics. It's for your classic Pride and Prejudice baddies. Okay, like there's gonna be a queen and everything.
So
So
no, sounds like an amazing time.
yeah, I can't wait. But I'm always happy to see you too.
Same here. Well, to see you, I do enjoy seeing me. Like, check out this look on the camera, but I do
Okay.
enjoy seeing Jam herself. All right, I guess on my end, ain't got much. Like that panel that we're about to talk about and Blerdcon within itself, that was pretty much it. It is now time for me to like refresh my calendar and update everything.
Mm,
Because yeah, did I even? I have not gotten water. Ain't that something? Eh,
not
it's a short episode. I'll get water right after we're done here,
okay.
and I'll use one of my hydration packets because hydration is important,
Need to drink water too.
of course. But yeah, I don't have too much going on. I just literally the ball was the only other thing on the calendar. I did have the idea of using this Notion. Maybe one day we'll get sponsored by them. But
Mhm.
I had this idea of using Notion in order to list out the various organizations and events they have.
Mm.
And so that's pretty much all I got going on in my life is planning and listing things.
I mean, isn't that life in general?
To to maybe a neurotypical person, to ADHD, the life is right now. The life is the moment.
The life is creating a list, getting halfway down the list, and then creating a new list because you need to keep going.
No, I got a list for my list. That's what I got. Like I got a list of TikToks that I want to make, but then I make a list of a various other list where I make see. I just got list on list on list because one of
Mhm.
the things I want to make on the TikToks was I am a person with ADHD, so I got plenty of lists, and I am a non-monogamous person, so I have all the calendars.
I can't even begin to deal. You gotta get through one of those lists before you make a new list for the list.
But the problem is I gotta finish the list of the list.
No.
Like
Stop making new lists. We already set your 2024 goals. Okay. You can put those on for 2025.
I mean, 2 out of 3 is almost complete. No, yeah, I got 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 is
Two,
almost complete.
1.5.
Look, I am literally one episode away from my goal, and we are just at the halfway mark of the year. Well, just past the halfway mark of the year. So that means
Yes.
I might be able to finish the year with 24 episodes.
Okay.
It's crazy, right?
I have faith in you.
And then I'm not going to learn how to float this year.
Yes, you will.
We'll see.
I'm gonna take you to a pool.
There are plenty of pools. There's a pool at my apartment.
There's a pool in your apartment and you're not in it?
All apartments have pools. I lived in multiple apartments, and this is the first apartment where I actually got in the pool.
Do I need to come down to Texas and start your swim lessons?
Maybe, but yeah, I have no idea how to swim or float. I am a giant rock.
You're not a giant rock. Everybody can float.
Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it for Kinkly Weekly. Like that's all we have pretty much going on. We're happy to be back in recording.
Hmm.
Again, we're gonna do our best to make things stay a little bit more consistent because, apparently me and Jam got a bunch of time now.
So much time. Um, we'll talk about that later. So, Blerdcon.
Blerdcon.
It was my first time. I was a Blerdcon virgin.
Oh, so you had your blurred cherry popped.
I did. I did. It was amazing.
Oh, most people, I found out don't enjoy their first time.
Really? Why not? Okay.
Boom.
It's because you don't know what you're doing.
Ooh. Thank God that this is for people that are beyond that stage of life. But no,
I hope
BlerdCon
so.
this was my second BlerdCon.
It was only your second?
Yeah, last year was my first.
Oh, and what did you think?
I had a great time, even though I still did not understand the theme.
No, I think you're just refusing to understand the theme.
Look, last year was Fade to
Stop
Black.
comparing it. Do not compare it.
You ain't gotta cut
Because
me off
last
like
year
that.
was a great theme, but it
Last
doesn't
year,
take away.
last year was Fade to Black. This
Yes.
year was Summer Madness.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing given outside of water guns and the Coolio and the Gang sound, synthesizer sound. Next
People
year,
did it.
next year, the theme is Thrill, where they literally show horror depictions. So why
Listen,
is last year and next year clear and cut, but this year
it was.
it was not
People
clear?
got it. I
People
saw a
made
lot
it
of
work.
people because they understood it instead of refusing to understand it. They basically just dress as a character if that character were to have some fun in the summertime. Except for that one guy that had on like 2 layers.
You know what, Jam? You are definitely a blurred if you try to act like you're not one, if that's your description of what it was to be. Because no,
It was.
it didn't make no sense.
Listen, I don't care. All I know is I really wanted to go last year. I don't know about going next year because I'm not a thriller girl. Yes, there's some cute stuff I could do, like Vampire Rosario, but I'm not, don't scare me.
I don't know if I'll go next year. We'll see. They moved it to March.
Yeah. So when is it usually?
The same time, around July.
Really? I thought it was earlier last year.
No, well, it was like July, like 6th or 7th last year, but it's generally in July. But a lot of people complained about the temperatures because,
It was hot as hell.
it was hot. And so now that's the reason why they were like, all right, we'll move it into cooler weathers. And now people are like, all right, are y'all going to have coat check? There's no satisfying anybody.
It's not, but March is still pretty cold, even in Virginia.
And yet, with 100 bodies that had us hot on hot, I feel like we'll be okay.
Yeah, but that's inside because even this year, the problem wasn't really inside. The problem was outside.
No, because people were complaining about the inside because it did get hot in there too.
I mean, it's just bodies. That's like going to a house party and complaining about the heat.
And that's all I'm saying. To which, yes, it's going to be warm. Like people worried about the cold, you ain't got to worry about it. Like you're going to be in your Uber, you're going to make a 2-3 minute walk, you're going to be fine.
We'll
But
see.
if I am to go, I'm like, what would I do that's horror? And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll be Rorschach from I forget the Watchmen, because I made that look happen before. So we'll see.
I don't know. I did see somebody did Our Real Monsters this year. I would do that. And next year, I would have to go cute if I go because I don't like to be scared. So
Because I
it
mean,
would
no
be
one's going to
like,
follow the rule. I mean, some people will follow the rules. Others will be like, eh.
but people can have a lot of fun with it. So I feel like if they don't, I would be disappointed.
Mhm.
And like, there's so many horror and like I don't trust any Asian country with my thrills because they have no chill. They don't know when to stop. They don't know what's too much. They just be going too hard. And I'm like, you know what? I'm okay. I don't need to be scared by you.
I mean, it's not limited because you're gonna have a bunch of it's. You're gonna have a bunch of Freddy Cougars. You're gonna have a bunch of Needle. What's his name? Needlehead.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
So you're gonna get a bunch of those. Of course, it's Blerdcon, so you're gonna get a bunch of smartasses. So some people were in the comments like, thrill does not equate to horror. I'm like,
Okay, guys, sure. Do
sure.
whatever you want to do.
Those people are the annoying side of Blerdom. Those are the ones that are questioning if Megan is a real anime fan.
Oh my God. All I'm saying is if you thought I clung to you this year, you're not going anywhere without me next year. Okay?
but
Chaperone all times.
but speaking on the Megan front, Megan the Stallion, huge influence this year.
Yeah, it really took over the con.
Because it's literally because there was a gentleman who was Robert Downey Jr. from Tropic Thunder that was there, where Robert Downey Jr. was a white dude dressed like a black dude that's playing a white dude dressed like a black dude.
Mhm.
That's pretty much what happened with the Megans because it was people cosplaying Megan's cosplay.
Inception.
So it wasn't just simply, oh, who's the character she cosplay? I'm gonna copy that character. No, you had the crop,
Megan's
you had
version.
the what's his name, Gojo. Yeah, the crop top Gojo. You had the I seen like both the JoJo Bizarre cosplays. Yeah, both of them. Like, and it was like in Megan's style. It was like, yeah, Megan had her foot all in this Blerdcon.
Sure did. It was cute though.
I,
Everybody was doing the dance.
I have no complaints. Like there was even a reels that was made where a bunch of girls got together and did the dance together.
Yeah, I saw them practicing. That was great to watch.
And also the meetups looked fun because you had like various meetups like My Hero Academia, Sailor Moon. You even had a meetup of like I don't know what to call them, but they are the people that's like will never skip a gym day.
What?
Yeah, these niggas were ripped and they all took a picture together. Like they're at the gym and they took a group photo.
Not gym bros at Blerdcon.
I mean, look, the thing I enjoy about BlurCon is that it is the one of the most diverse meeting of melanated individuals
I could see that.
because it's very inclusive. You'll have your trans individuals, you have your queer, your LGBTQ, your cis straight, you're like all varieties of people just there to be nerdy, and no one's out here just like that's some white people shit. Like, no, like clearly it's not with
It's
that many black people
special.
doing it.
Right. It was hot enough in the building and enough broken elevators for us to know there are enough black people doing it.
I mean, we had people playing spades. There was a spades tournament where a
Yeah.
good friend of ours he won second place, so he got tickets for next year's BlurCon.
Well, look at that. Good for you.
That was TJ.
Yeah.
What else was there? Um, yeah, the various classes. Like, we accidentally happened upon a design class for the guy that works with Marvel and Star Trek.
That was actually really fire. It was like 3D costume design. Well, he said he does 3D costume design and actual costume design.
So yeah, so that was dope, and that was just us trying to get out of the heat. We're like, all right, what's going on? All right, let's just sit here. We caught the end of it. I'm like, fuck, I kind of wish I saw the whole thing.
Right. There was also I stepped into with Jinx and Duchess, um, a lady I guess who wrote a horror story. I don't know if it was based on real life events because they were trying to distract me from it. I was like, "What's she talking about? Is it real?" They were like, "Just read your book." Okay.
Because no, like that's I feel like was like one of the bigger things is like the panels are actually pretty dope, and of course the popular panels get filled up quick. To which we were one of the popular ones.
We were popular. I'm gonna be popular.
But yeah, like we were so okay. So shout out to Jam. She was our Instagram post designer,
Yeah,
and she made a post, and then the person that helped coordinate all this, Senpai Gaki, went ahead and posted on Facebook, tagged us like, hey, yo, we're coming, Blerdcon panel, huzzah. And it is like the most liked post that I've ever had on my page.
yeah,
Like,
same.
did we, like, let me do a quick look, because I think we might have gotten up to like 600.
I'm like, I have pictures of my thighs that did not get as much likes as that post did.
But yeah, it was like, personally, it was a fun thing to do. So what had happened was last year at Blerdcon had a panel with Shardair and Senpai Gaki again, and we were just talking about polyamory. Our thing was called Poly Sexy Cool, and yeah, we just went ahead and like it was a great panel we had last year. Just one little room. We actually had like a full house, and it
Mhm.
was just overall dope. I was like, all right, this is fun. I could see myself doing this. But then throughout the time, we went to another panel that was called Kink 101, and we're like, oh, this would be dope. I came in, I had my floggers with me too, so I'm like, yo,
Not you had your floggers with you.
I stay with my floggers.
Oh boy.
But yeah, I was like, all right, cool. Let me go ahead. Let's go in here. Like me, her man, and a couple people we knew. We all got in there, and then it was just a bunch of people talking about how they are new to kink and their own little personal thing, and they didn't really talk much about anything. And so, yeah,
That's good.
it was like
Not
this was
like a
bad.
support group.
You said what?
Not it was running like a support group.
It was a support group, and that's why I was like, this ain't it. This is definitely not it. And so I told Semigaki like, yo, I want to come back here again. I want to make sure we actually like do a Kink 101 because that's how bad it was. And she was on board, which I appreciate.
It was really good. I was happy to do it. People had so many questions.
They did, and it was. I say it all the time. I would be a teacher if it wasn't for the politics of schools.
Yeah, politics will get you everywhere, but
And by
I
politics of
don't.
school, I'm just talking about like the parents, the principal, the dean, the assistant.
Listen,
Like,
that basically is the politics of school. I tell you, I loved my kids when I was a teacher. Loved them. Even on their worst days, I loved my kids. I did not love anything else.
honestly, reasonable.
Right. But people like we had a good mixed crowd of very new beginners who were like, "Kink, what's that?" And then some people who were experienced who were really vibing with the things we were saying, which honestly feels validating for me. Like we tell you guys all the time, we're continuous learners. So to have other people who have also been a kink for a long time just like give us yeses and like snaps and be like, exactly. Like that feels really good.
So yeah, and the fact that they expanded our room because earlier that day we saw the
We
board
did.
and it was like, oh hey, there's our panel. Cool. It's like, all right, that's what's up. And we saw the room we were in. We checked the room we were in. The room we were in was cut off because we went in there to like chill for a bit. It's like, all right, cool. We know where we're going to be later today. Fast forward. Oh, they
We
doubled our
got there
room.
and we're like, what the heck?
It's like, okay. So they doubled the size. And one of our presenters that was with us, Pagaki, was a little bit late, and she was like, "Yo, it is a line around the corner."
Yeah, there were people standing in the back, sitting on the floor. That was amazing.
Like, yeah, I'm glad we got there early because would I have been intimidated seeing that many people? Hell no, I'd been excited. Exhibitionist powers
Yeah, of
activate.
course. I know. Yeah, of course. Goodness grief.
But no, the panel went off well. Jam made a great presentation. We based it off Adventure Time, so we were all just like Adventure Time characters.
I love Canva.
And yeah, she did. It was great. It was amazing. We have the full panel on YouTube because I'm like, this year I'm gonna record it because I thought Blerdcon recorded their panels. I had no idea they did not. So bust out the iPhone. Was like, all right, we're gonna record this, and it came out pretty good.
Do you have the link to the slides? Because that could be in the description box.
I do have the link to the slides. I don't know. Do you have like the access restricted or?
I'll give, I'll change it in
Okay.
there.
Because yeah, y'all can go to YouTube, search Big Letter, Little Letter podcast. You should be able to pull us up and be sure to subscribe and follow there. We have our episodes there. If you don't have Spotify or what else are we on? Amazon Music
On everything.
or
Wherever you stream your podcast,
if you ain't got
you
none
can
of that,
probably find.
YouTube and YouTube Music.
If you all email questions, I will agree to record an actual video and put on a shirt for it and everything.
I mean, for those, I feel like we can do like short form videos. So if anyone wants to send us a question, we can make a short form video to answer them.
I'm down for a short form video because if people saw us recording, they'd be like, dang, she looks really tired.
Because she's East Coast, I'm Central, but I'm a night owl.
I'm a kitten.
Kittens sleep all the time. But yeah, I don't know if I will do Blerdcon again next year. I lean on maybe. I lean on the yes side of maybe because it's
Mm-hmm.
fun. You literally are just there with your people. And when I say your people, I mean all versions of your people because like
Mm-hmm.
if you're a sports person, you got sports people there. You're an anime person, you got anime people there. There was even a room that was playing hentai late night.
There was, and I missed it, and I'm so upset. But I did go to a boy love panel that was really good.
Even people that love boy love. Like, see, it's just there are just so many things that I do enjoy when I go. Now, I've been told multiple times, hey, go check out DreamCon. I know it's relatively new. It's based out here in Austin, Texas. I think it's this week that they're doing DreamCon. So,
Um,
guess who's not going anywhere because travel will be a bitch.
well, I mean, listen, I keep yelling at you to only do things that are paid. I'm starting to get yelled at about only doing things that are paid.
The
I
problem
feel like if
is
people want us,
because yeah,
they
like we all honestly shout out to a friend of mine, Lady Aspen. She did point out the panel itself is a sort of investment, so more and more people know who you are. They can spread
Mhm.
it around. So I'm like, okay, we didn't approach it with a business mindset. We approach it in the we love kink, let's share our love. So
It's true, but I think I love bartering. I'll tell you that. Like a lot of the events I guardian for because I can go for free.
not
But
free, but in exchange.
I'm going in exchange. So like getting to go to Blerdcon for the first time in exchange for doing the panel like was really cute. But I think other like bigger ones, like especially bigger cons, it's just giving like fly us out at least.
I mean, we build up enough that maybe because even now I am interested in like going for like sex educator programs so that way I can have at
Oh,
least a little bit more knowledge as well as a background to like do a little bit more in that regard. But
I
that's
thought
huh? What are you about to say?
I just thought I would have my fingers stuck in this barrel.
She is a kitten. She's just a baby.
I'm just a baby.
But yeah, I do feel like the trade off of being involved in this space is you're going to have to do things for low cost or for free for a while until you build up a level of notoriety.
That's fine, but we're going to get paid. Say yes.
We are going to get paid at some point.
There you go.
So, if you care to have us talk and do displays and do like various kinks, because we actually did demos there, because that was
We
something I
did.
wanted to do.
You were very excited about the demos. I don't even think he really cared about the talking part.
First off, first off, I cared about the consent and the safety.
Of course.
Everything else, all right, let's get to the spanking. Let's get to the breath play. Oh, you want to get electrocuted? Let's get to shocking. I'll put a shock to your
That's
system.
good. Shocking. Somebody likes doing demos more than they like doing panels.
I mean, I could like doing both. Because I
Sure.
enjoyed the panel last year. I enjoyed the panel this year. But I
Uh,
also enjoyed showing people, hey, this is the fun stuff you can do if you have a solid foundation in safety and consent.
which panel do you prefer to do? These ones about kink or the ones about polyamory?
Yes.
Okay.
I enjoy both because I do enjoy. I should have stuck with my guns and ignored my father and studied psychology because that was what I wanted to go to college for. And that was the only A. No, I got two A's. I got an A in sign language one, but I got
Yeah.
an A in psychology my freshman year. I'm like, I wish I, because again,
Yeah.
undiagnosed ADHD, the benefit, the positive that may be gained from ADHD is hyper focus and shit you like. I enjoy understanding and learning the human mind. I enjoy figuring out why a person ticks the way they tick. And that was what I loved about psychology. And when I have discussions in regards to polyamory or kink, it's honestly a discussion of why is it you tick this way and why don't you do this? Why do you do this? And I love that shit.
This is why we work together. I think we should just spend 2025 trying to make it big.
That's going to be the goal. That's the reason why I threw in the fact that I do kind of like want to see if I can go through like a sexual education course so I can be certified
Mm.
because I I don't like being called an I feel like I would never ever be on the side of accepting the title of an expert
Mm.
because I feel like when you throw in the title of an expert, that's where it's like, yeah, I'm just trying to charge you extra. But I do want to like I have a lot of knowledge, but I also need a means to show like, oh, this person has a lot of knowledge outside of me just saying, oh, I know some shit.
I
And
mean, it's good to have, but I actually had a conversation with Eli about what it means to be called a professional. I also don't like the term expert because it implies that you have nothing else to learn, and everybody always has something else to learn. But I think that through experience, you can technically call yourself a professional, and having an additional certification or body of knowledge is just helpful.
of course. So yeah, so that's the route I'm just gonna look so that way we can go ahead and actually start pulling in funds. And again, I personally don't care to be famous. I'd rather be known, not famous. Cause I feel like with a level of fame, there comes a deification of people where it's like, oh my god, this person. I don't ever want that. I want to be able to dap you up and say what's good.
You know, I don't like when people look at me.
And yet, I stare at you regularly.
Calm down.
All
Just put
right.
a blindfold on me and call it a day.
But no, I feel like the next thing, again, next meetup would be the ball. If we
Mhm.
do other cons, that'll be just something because I also got to hit up the homegirl that helped coordinate everything because, Senpai Gaki, dope as hell. She will be done with her bar exam tomorrow. So
Nice. Oh,
fingers crossed for
really?
her.
Oh, that's so exciting.
So, yep, she said Wednesday. So fingers crossed.
Good vibes, good vibes.
Of course. And but yeah, that's just pretty much. I don't have much going on, but we will get back to recording on our Sundays, or we might need to pick a new day. We'll find out. Get back to our
We'll
regularly
see. I'm
scheduled
about
program.
to find myself in DC for a little bit. So
You
we'll
say what?
I might find myself in DC for a little bit.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, at least in 6 weeks.
Yes. We'll get back to our regularly scheduled programming. But, again, if you have questions, send them to the DM on IG, big letter, little letter, or email them. What's the email?
Big letter, little letter pod at gmail.com.
Nice. And I will also get back to posting regularly on the IG.
Oh, yeah. And soon, fingers crossed, we may have a Patreon built up in what, a month or so, because we actually want to make sure that we have a planned level of content to provide for your support.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
That's so exciting.
And be sure you feel free to follow me, sir.hedo on Instagram, sir_Hedo on Snapchat and Twitter. And what am I on Facebook? Sir Hedo Dom, because apparently you can't just be Sir in your first name, because that is not honorific or whatever it is. The first part of a prefix. They're like, no prefix as a first name. I'm like, the fuck?
That's hilarious.
So rude. And I tried to do the Sir with 2 R's, and I don't like Facebook anyways, but it's just there.
I'm amazed that some of y'all on Facebook live the life you want to live. I will allow you to follow me on Twitter and Fet under Love Version, and maybe I'll accept the request.
Well, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and we'll go ahead and catch you in the next one.
Bye. Stay kinky.
Kinky and safe, y'all. Bye.